Girl's gonna sit with me for this video. Okay, pick a spot. What's up everyone? Welcome to today's video. Also, what do we think about the guest room filming station? I kind of really like it because it separates me from like everywhere else, and I was actually playing around with some makeup and then I really liked the way that this look came out. I kind of inspired it off of this jacket. Actually, one of my followers made it for me, and in light of supporting small businesses during this time, I will pop her Instagram on the screen right here. It is so cool because she makes like a bunch of different sports teams, and this is Austin's favorite sport team, so she made this for me, and it's super cozy. It's a crop, so it's got a little bit of belly showing, but it's super cute and cozy for around the house. I just love the purple colors, and I never really like do anything girly like pink or purple on my eyes, so I just kind of wanted to play with it, and then I really liked the way that it turned out. So then I was like, we are going to film a favorites video, except for this video is a little bit different because it's not just a March favorite. This is not just any favorite. This is the quarantine favorites. Of course, I have not been leaving my house for basically all of March, which is not really anything new because I don't like to leave my house regularly. But during this quarantine, I have discovered things that I really like, some new things that I played with, and I have broken this list down. It's quite long, so you're gonna probably want to grab a snack. Beauty, food, fitness, shows, and small businesses. So without further ado, welcome to today's video, and if you want to see what my quarantine favorites are, then just keep watching. Ooh, everyone's gonna say, ew, you kissed me on the snoot. Yeah, whatever. Let's jump into the video. I'm super excited. I have a lot of things that I tried this month and I just want to share them all with you. So first and foremost, let's talk about TULA's kind of, not rebranding, but I feel like they've been doing a lot of bumping up. I can't. Put this foot down, bumping up their game. They did all new packaging. They're coming out with new things left and right. And this is not necessarily a new thing, but it's just something that I've had in my TULA arsenal that I don't like really remember to use. It's kind of one of those things, you know, but once I used it this month, I maybe it's just me, but I feel like I've been doing extra self-care this month because my mental health is rapidly declining as all of the chaotic things are happening in the world. And so I've been trying to do a lot more self-care days and like face masks and hair masks and all kinds of stuff like that. This is the TULA Instant Depuff Eye Renewal Serum, and the reason why I like this so much is because this little metal guy right here, when you pump it, like you just use the little back end and you pump some out and then you like stamp it under your eyes. It's so cooling and refreshing, and it really does kind of make your eyes just feel a lot more rested and like hydrated and just not so puffy. So if you're somebody who wakes up with puffy eyes in the morning, you could totally integrate this into your morning routine, like under your makeup or something. It doesn't give you any type of highlight. It's not that type of product, but I will say that like the cooling and the refreshing is just really nice and something I never really included into my skincare, but now I feel like I kind of want to. So anyways, I've just been really loving this lately. So next up on the beauty stuff is this water sleeping face mask. Now this is from the brand that I use the lip masks from. I'm obsessed with those lip masks. I use them every single night. It just, nothing compares to it, not even Vaseline. And living in such a dry climate like I do, my lips get so chapped. And so even at night, like I cannot sleep if my lips are chapped. So their lip masks are fire. And then I got this in either it was a sample or a kit or something, and I used it. I put it on my face. When you put it on, it seems very wet, but then I slept in it, and then when I woke up, I was like, oh, my skin was so glowy and hydrated. I loved it. And I love that it's not an overwhelming smell, especially if I'm gonna sleep in something. I don't love when things are like way too stinky because then it also gets on your pillows and like, I don't know, I'm not a fan, but highly recommend this. And I'll show you, well, I'm almost out of it because I've been using it so much, but it's just a very like light jelly kind of consistency. So I love it. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? That was the tornado warnings. Next up on the beauty, I know. I did not want to be one of these people because my biggest fear is looking orange when it comes to tanning, okay? I naturally have an olive complexion. I'm Italian. I tan very easily. And I know a lot of people are always like, how do you stay so tan in the winter? This is like, well, not my face. My face obviously has makeup on it, but prior to using this, I felt like I was very pale for me, very dry, and I just was not looking so hot. And of course, you know, with this quarantine, we're not leaving the house, and so I figured, why not try a self-tanner? I do not use self-tanners. I think they smell so bad. I think I tried one time like 4 or 5 years ago, and I never did it again because it was just sticky and smelly, and I hated it. So I asked you guys on Instagram. I'll pop up what the top suggested brands were. These were from you guys, but I ended up going with this Bondi Sands. And this is their newest product. It's called Liquid Gold. It is a foam, and I did purchase the mitt that you use to apply the foam. So basically all I did was just exfoliate, shave in the shower, put some extra lotion on my elbows, knees, ankles, wrists, things like that. And I mean, you'll have to be the judge of it, but like, I don't see, maybe like right here a little bit, you can kind of tell. But see, I don't think that looks orange. It's kind of hard to see with my tattoos, obviously. But I felt like, can you see my stomach? Oh yeah, you could see. Yeah. I thought that it gave me a great bronzed, kind of golden-ish color without being too orange or just too fake looking. So I put just one thin layer on. I didn't want to overdo it because I was a little scared, and then left it on for 7 hours. It kind of gradually developed, and then I only rinsed it. I didn't use any type of body wash or anything, and it didn't smell. That was, I think, my #1 concern, and it smelled almost like a coconut sunscreen. So if you're not a coconut fan, I don't think you'll like it, but I personally love the smell of sunscreen and coconut smells, like tropical stuff. So I absolutely loved it, and I am by no means a self-tan expert, just not my thing. And I also didn't put it on my face. So this color that you see is actually gonna be my next product I'm talking about, but it's just a foundation. So my face is actually a lot lighter than my body, but I didn't quite trust it to put this on my face. Next up on the beauty category, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. And the past couple of beauty videos that I've done where I've done like a get ready with me, or I don't know what else I use this in, but I just never really had luck with foundations. I never liked the way they lay on me. And when I first tried this, I wasn't sure because I loved the way that it looked, but I wasn't sure how it was gonna stay. Now, after having it for a month, I can definitely say that this foundation is by far my favorite. Take it with a grain of salt because I don't use foundation all the time, but I will say it did not break me out. It's so glowy. It's such a nice finish. Like, this is what I have on my face right now. And it's just, I love it. I love this foundation. It sits so nicely on me. It lasts forever. It doesn't settle into any lines. I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see here. I just love the way that it lays on my skin. And my skin has been hanging in there for me this month, okay? Maybe it's the next thing I'm gonna talk about. I don't know. But my skin has been like looking rockin' this past month, so I'm very thankful for that. But I will say, love the way this foundation laid. You can, I don't know if you can really tell how many, oh, there you go. You can kind of see where I'm at here. I'm almost at the bottom 4th of the bottle, but I didn't want to talk about this product until I used it for at least like 3 weeks because I feel like it's hard to tell with vitamins, you know, and it's like anything else. You don't really know exactly what may have caused my hair to grow more or my skin to look nice. However, this is a new thing that I introduced into my regimen, and this is the TULA probiotic hair, skin, and nail gummy vitamins. Now, one of the things that I actually really like about this is that it tastes really good because I will not eat gummy vitamins if they taste like caca. Absolutely not. These taste like kind of those high C gummies. Remember those from back in the day? They're just a little bit more dense. So they have the consistency of Flintstone gummies, but they taste really great. And obviously, of course, any added bonus of probiotics, I'm all about that. Got to keep that gut healthy. But did it clear my skin? Who knows? I think it very well might have. I don't know about my hair necessarily, but I feel like my hair kind of grows at a decent rate anyway, but I just keep cutting it, so who knows? But either way, highly recommend this, and I think it's really cool that TULA added this to their line because they never had something like this before. Last up on my beauty category is this goddamn blow dryer that I was like making fun of myself for buying, right? Because who in their right mind spends that amount of money on a blow dryer? Although the different attachments are pretty cool, you get a bunch of different tools in one. I know, that's how I justified it to myself. But let me tell you something, okay? The smoothing brush attachment that I've been using with this, I really love it. I hate to say it, but I love it. And when I blow dry my hair with this, let me tell you something, my hair feels like I just left the salon. It is so great. It's so smoothing. I don't even need to do anything to my hair afterwards. And I'm just so irritated because I was like, nah, I'm gonna take this back. This is ridiculous. And nope, I didn't. I love it so much. And every single time I've dried my hair with this and the smoothing brush attachment, it's just, I'm like, well, I know why this is so expensive, because it works. So that's one of those painful purchases, you know, you buy it and you're like, God, but then you use it and you really love it. So catch 22. For the food category, I'm going to forego going into the kitchen and grabbing things and bringing them in here, because dogs are on the bed and it's just going to get a mess and they're going to try to eat everything that I have. So I will make nice pop-ups for you guys. But the first thing, kind of supplementy, I guess, has been what I've been supplementing every single day since I purchased it. And I've been mixing it. I think I talked about this in a previous vlog, but this is the berries and greens from Driven Nutrition. And I have tried Opti Greens and the one from First Form. Those are so gross. I've also tried the Vega Sport. I think that's what it's called. I've tried a few and I just kind of gave up because I felt like they were so wheatgrass tasting and just not something that I would have continuously drank. I eat a lot of vegetables as it is, but I felt like during this time I was kind of lacking a little bit. So I've been making sure to drink 1 scoop of the berries and greens every day, but I've been mixing it with this orange mango hydration powder, which is basically just coconut water and sweetener. And I'm telling you, 100%, Austin drank this. He was like, wow, you really can't taste it. And he is not a vegetable person, let me tell you. This mix is so great, and it's kind of like a pick-me-up, you know? Usually at this time in the middle of the day, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll drink another coffee, but I've been doing the berries and greens instead with the hydration powder, and I've been loving it. It doesn't taste like gross or gritty, anything like that. And obviously it's a great way to get extra vegetables and vitamins and minerals in if you're somebody who doesn't really like eating that kind of stuff. So highly recommend that. And lately my favorite protein smoothie that I've been doing, because you know I like to switch those up all the time, has been the Driven ISO Drive in vanilla milkshake. And then I've been blending it with vanilla almond milk, half a banana, peanut butter powder, cinnamon, honey, and then at the end I'm putting little Reese's Pieces in it. It's so fire. You have to try that and let me know how you like it. Next up on the food items are 2 things from Costco, and I don't know 100% if you can get the naan bread that I'm talking about at any other store but Costco, so I apologize if you can't. But the Good Foods thing, I'm really hoping that they come out at Target, because I know Target usually sells a lot of Good Foods product. So that one that I tried recently was, there are these super cute little individual cups of cranberry almond chicken salad, and the macros were so great on them. They were only 5 grams of fat, a little high on the sodium, but for something that's like prepackaged, you know, what do you expect? The cup serving was such a great size. I actually made it onto a chicken salad sandwich, and it was so good between the cranberries and the almonds and stuff. It was the first time I saw that product and I hadn't heard anybody else talk about it, so I was a little weary, but it was so good. I feel like it's also a great option for anybody that needs to bring cold items to work throughout the day, because that's something that obviously you don't have to heat up. And if you have like a little lunchbox or a cooler or something, you could easily do that cup plus like little crackers or something to dip in that, or you can just put on a sandwich. Then I grabbed this naan bread. Naan. I feel like I say things wrong all the time and everyone just cannot stand it, so I'm sorry. Okay, so I have been making, well, let's back up. When I was in Florida, I shopped at Trader Joe's all the time. Now, Trader Joe's is an hour away from me, so I never go. However, I had a friend from Florida ship me up a bunch of those lavish breads, like, you know, the square ones that I used to make all my breakfast pizzas on and everything like that. Well, they started discontinuing the white one, and then they only had the whole wheat one, which fine, but it just wasn't my favorite. So I've been on the hunt for like a really solid pizza crust. People were recommending like I think it's Joseph's Lavish, but in my opinion, it was just way too floppy, and it's just so thin and doesn't hold a lot of toppings well. So I had not found anything until I found this naan bread from Costco, and it was amazing. It held up perfectly. It baked and broiled so nicely in the oven, and it was like, it really felt like you were eating your own mini pizza from a restaurant. It was so great. Macros, of course, are a little bit higher on the carb side because it is naan bread, but typically that type of bread has a lot of fat in it, and this one didn't. So I felt like it was kind of a win-win, and a lot obviously comes in a pack because it's from Costco. But if you are a Costco member and you need some pizza crust in your life, highly recommend that. Last 2 things on the food favorites are the new flavors of Built Bar, which, can I just say, Built Bar has been cranking out the flavors of bars lately. they're just coming up with things left and right. And I didn't even know this, but they have an option on their website where you can vote for new flavors or bringing back old flavors. There was so many flavors on there. I was like, oh my gosh, I need them all. Well, anyways, I went with the key lime pie because key lime pie is one of my favorite dessert flavors ever. And it is so good. It's not really sweet like I would have thought that a dessert key lime pie would taste. It almost has a little bit more of like if you've ever had a key lime tart, that's what it tastes like. And it's not overwhelming. It just has a little tiny hint of it. I personally wish that it was a dark chocolate coating, but I think that one's a milk chocolate. I just like dark chocolate better. If you have not tried Built Bars yet, you really need to. You got to put them in the fridge. You got to try them. I would not steer you wrong. They are my favorite protein bars I've ever tried because they're not like a big giant bar that's full of protein and carbs and fats and stuff. It's more of like a snack bar that just has between, I think 12 and 16 is the average grams of protein. And the fat's only like 4. So it's great. And it's such a good thing for somebody who has a little bit more of a sweet tooth because of that dark chocolate or milk chocolate coating. You gotta trust me. The inside's like a Milky Way consistency. You will love it. Try them. And then last up are these Bada Bean Bada Boom crisps. These are from Enlightened, and I've had these before in multiple flavors, but I just recently saw this ranch flavor and the honey mustard. Freaking love honey mustard flavor. You know those Snyder's pretzel things that are like the honey mustard pretzels? Oh my God. When I was a kid, I used to eat those like it was nobody's business. But that's kind of what these reminded me of, and they're awesome because they have 7 grams of protein per serving. So if you're somebody that likes to snack and you like little crunchy things, I would highly recommend these. And I've also seen people put them on their salads before, which I've never done, but I feel like that would be a great option. Moving on to the fitness side of things. I'm excited for this because if you know me, you know I'm not a runner, and I downloaded this app. Hang on. Couch to 5K. I think I told you guys this in a previous vlog. This is what the little app looks like. It's 5K runner, and they also have 5K plus and like different programs where you can add on like abs or legs or something like that. But I personally didn't need that because I have my own program, but I wanted something to add on to like basically being able to do it on top of another program without taking away from either thing, you know? So the cool thing about this was that you can change it to basically however you need it. So you fill out like this little quiz thing, and then it kind of puts this little 5K program together for you, which is basically just starting out with a running walking ratio where you do more walking, less running, and then over time obviously it kind of evens out, and then you do equal walking to running, and then more running and less walking, and so on and so forth until you can run for a 5K straight through, which I will be the first to admit, okay, I love me some CrossFit, and I can snatch what, 30 pounds over body weight? No, I'm lighter now, so 40. So I'm 25 for 125. 35, 45, 55, 60. Oh my gosh, I can snatch 45 pounds over my body weight. Okay, anyways, but you try to have me run for like more than 5 minutes straight, I'm done. I can't do it. I needed a program to kind of focus on my endurance, and so I downloaded this just based off of people's reviews, and I love it. It's so fun. It's super motivational. With all the gyms being closed, I feel like it's a great time to work on our weaknesses, especially running, because you could just go outside and go for a run. Keep your distance 6 feet from people, but you could still run. And on the topic of apps and workout stuff, there are 2 websites, one called wad/gen.com and then the WOD generator. And these are great options if you kind of want to just have a random workout generalized for you. Now, obviously, if you're following a program, might not be the best thing, but if you're just somebody who like wants, hey, I want to do a random body weight workout today, you can go onto these websites, select what you want or what you don't want, and it can make a random body weight style workout for you, or if you have dumbbells or kettlebells. So especially during this time, like I said, because our gyms are closed, these are great tools for you to use during this time, and there are no shortages of people posting at-home workouts on their Instagram, on YouTube, I mean everywhere. It's really cool to see like everybody kind of getting creative and doing things that they don't normally do. Also, I have a just regular old Tabata app, which you can customize however you want. So if you're doing workouts and you need to do, 20 seconds of work to 10 seconds of rest, I use this app all the time for that. Lastly, if you didn't see my last video with the mini Lululemon haul, I'll link it for you, but I tried on those Wonder Under in the Luxtreme or Everlux. Yeah, Everlux. I love them. I was one that worked out in my lines. I know I get yelled at all the time for it, but they're just so comfortable. And I hadn't found any other Lulus that I really, really like to train in. Now, obviously, aside from Lulu, I love the Fleo leggings. Those are fantastic for working out in. But as far as Lulu goes, I just kind of always worked out in my lines. And then I tried those and they are so great. I think the biggest complaint that I had and that a lot of people had about the Aligns is that they show a lot of sweat, which is true. And these ones, because of the sweat wicking fabric, they don't do that at all. So if you're in the market for some new, highly sweat wicking, comfortable, flattering leggings from Lulu, that new Everlex was awesome. Moving into the fun part are the shows. I have been binge watching shows like it's nobody's business with Austin lately, and it's been so fun. So I'm going to share with you some of the ones that we watched on Netflix. I'm sure if you have Netflix, you've probably seen some of these and the hype that's going around some of the other ones. But season 3 of Ozark just came out yesterday, and I feel like it is one of those shows where you probably would need to watch at least the season before this one to see like what's happening. They do give a recap, but if you've never seen Ozark, highly recommend checking out the 2nd season. And then this 3rd season was just like, it was awesome. And also Blacklist is probably one of my favorite shows of all time. There's a current season out right now that you can watch on Amazon Prime, but all of the other seasons were on Netflix. I believe they're on Netflix and Hulu. A lot of murder. If you're into stuff like that, you will love it. It is so great. And I think those are the only murder. Well, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez was not really a show. It was a docuseries. And that one blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, that show was crazy. So if you like following real life crime documentaries, that one was just like, what's going on. And then of course Tiger King. I'm sure you've seen the memes all over the place about the Tiger King. That is like, the sadness that I have for the animals is like, just, I don't even know where to begin with that. But this is one of those things where you look at it and it's like a train wreck that you truly cannot look away from. I'm like, what is happening? There are really people like this. And yes, there are, and you just gotta watch it. I cannot even begin to explain all the things that are happening in that show. Just trust me and watch it. Outbreak. Okay, so this one I'll say with a grain of salt, given the current circumstances of the world right now and everything that's going on. But Outbreak and Pandemic are also on Netflix, trending, of course. And I gave in to watch the Outbreak one, and I was like, oh my God. Crazy, 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 crazy about pandemics. And then, of course, this is kind of old news, but it's still on there. It's You. And this is another murder, drama, obsession, crazy thing that you just feel like you can't stop watching. All of those that I just listed, I feel like are very binge-worthy shows. Like you watch them and you can't just stop. You have to finish it once you start it. And what better time if we are quarantined in our house? Last, I asked on my Instagram, because one of my goals during this quarantine was to support at least one small business a day. And I will be happy to report to you guys today that I have done that every single day since we have been quarantined in our house. Now, I asked on Instagram, I had kind of a little bit of an unfair advantage because I had asked you guys to recommend any small businesses, whether it was your small business or somebody that I could purchase from that you know, to support them. And I got so many recommendations that I think I'll be good on small business supporting for like the next year. Can we just look at this? Look at how many small businesses that you guys recommended to me, okay? So many. If you are interested in this list, shoot me an email. I'd be happy to send it to you. However, the ones that I recently supported, baby, can we show them your collar? Okay, so this collar is, oh my God, I just almost spilled that. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, and you too, yeah. Oh, yes, yep. So all of their collars are from this small business called the Foggy Doggy, and I just love them. I think they're so cute and they're so spring-like, yes. And this company is from Chicago. It's called Big Fat Cookie. I got them for Austin, and this is the reason why. I saw one of them where they broke open a cookie and literally a pile of sprinkles fell out. I don't have any to show you because Austin ate them all, but they are insane, and they shipped in one day. I don't know if that's because I live right next to Chicago, but either way, a little bit pricey on the shipping, of course, but they are so stinking good. And then also, this is kind of a local-ish. This is Good Foods Burlington. I purchased a gift card from. It's actually our wedding photographer's husband's restaurant, and they had to shut down, so I purchased a gift card from them. Board and Brush is my friend's company that she works for. They do all kinds of like wood customization and shirt printing. Same with this company. This girl is a small business. She makes these herself, and I think it is so cool. Brick and Mortar. what were the other ones I purchased? Oh, and then I purchased, it's not here yet, but there was a small business on Etsy that she makes these super cute customizable necklaces. And so I got one with Austin's name on it because I'm lame like that. And it is so adorable. I'll show you when it comes in, but it was so cute. And a lot of you guys recommended her shop as well. There's so many good ones that I still have yet to check out just because there were so many. But if you have any other suggestions for the small businesses during this time, please let me know. Leave them in a comment below. If you own a small business or your family or anything like that, I would love to check it out. So I think that is everything. This favorites quarantine video got very long, but I had a lot of stuff, you know? So that is that for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy. I hope you are staying safe and healthy, and I hope everyone's family is okay. And I'm just really keeping my fingers crossed that this kind of like dies down as we move forward into April, because it is basically here. When you guys are seeing this video, it's April. So, okay. Anyways, that's it for the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe so you never miss a Monday with Manders. And I'll see you in my next one.